5th grade ELA text set 3, family. The essential question is, what does it mean to be part of a family? The goal for today: recognize a shift in mood in a story with 2 parts. So this has 2 parts. Remember, the first book was The Way the Door Closes, and this one is Keeping the Night Watch. So Keeping the Night Watch by Hope Anita Smith picks up where her book When a Door Closes leaves off. Remember that CJ's dad had just returned home after abandoning the family for a while. Do you have predictions about how CJ feels now or what will happen next? Let's read and see if things in this family change once the dad returns. So this is fall. We're in the season of fall. We are family. The first one is the hardest. Family. Dinner. Their prodigal son has returned. Mama has killed the fatted calf, cooked all of Daddy's favorite foods. The house smells warm and safe, as if Daddy never left. We sit with pretend smiles on our faces. We are quiet and shy with each other, our eyes fixed on our plates like we're watching a really good TV show and can't look away for fear we might miss some action. I move my food around on my plate, but I don't eat. I'm having family dinner with a room full of strangers. My throat is so tight, not even Mama's candied yams can squeeze through. Daddy's full of compliments. Only I know his words are plastic, the kind that can't be recycled. Byron remembers to say please and thank you. Zuri's so scared she forgets she hates all vegetables and for the first time in her life cleans her plate. And after dinner, I wash dishes. When Grandmama comes in to make a cup of tea, I say, this is a mess. Grandmama knows right away I'm not talking about the dishes. She hugs me and says, no, this is a family. Family cooking instructions. This conversation is sweet. Their words are light and airy like a just-baked cake. They sugarcoat it to cover up any flaws or imperfections. Try to hide the sunken part. They are so careful, each wearing their own apron to protect their closed selves. And that's why, when I show up, metal, cold, and steel gray, they are not prepared. I slice through and we ooze out. That's when we see that we are not done in the middle. We need to bake a little longer. Pretending. Sometimes Zuri pretends that she is a lonely lady who wants to get a dog for company. She makes me drive on the imaginary trip to the pound. Look, she says, they're all wagging their tails. They're all saying, take me. I'm going to pick the one who looks like he needs me the most. The one who licks my face and loves me best, that one, she says matter-of-factly, pointing at a pillow on the couch. Zuri is all smiles as I chauffeur her home. But when I open the door for her, I see she's afraid. She's 8, and now she knows that things can go wrong. What if, she says, and her eyes well up with tears. She can't make her mouth form the words, but I know what she's thinking. What if her dog leaves? Just up and runs away, even though she does everything right, feeds it, loves it, gives it a nice place to sleep. What if that's not enough? Hey, I said, trying to salvage some of my baby sister's magic. This dog needs a name that will let him know he belongs. What do you think? And then I scratched the pillow dog behind his ears and smile. Zuri's face lights up and she smiles too. I know, she says, her face radiating belief. I'll name him Stay. So let's talk about what Zuri is acting out with the dog game and what her actions reveal about her feelings. How does this scene make you feel? Sticks and stones. Grandmama always says, be careful what you wish for. I didn't listen. There were too many things to want. Basketball camp, my own room complete with TV and phone, but I wished hardest for Daddy to come back to us. Come back to me. Everything was changing. My voice, my friends. I needed Daddy. Mama's love and Grandmama's songs were warm and sweet, but it wasn't enough. Now Daddy's home and my jaw is set. My teeth are clenched. My words are burrowing deep down in my throat. You've never been scared to ask anything, Mama says. Talk to your Daddy, but my questions are brick heavy. I want to know, who are you? What were you thinking? Where did you go? Why did you leave? How could you do this to us? These questions could bury him. His answers could bury me. Talk to him, Mama says again. This could be a good thing. How? I ask. Well, Mama says, smiling. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So do you agree with Mama's advice to CJ, or do you think she is being unrealistic? Somebody's calling my name. Daddy is standing in the middle of our driveway. He bounces a basketball and sends a coded message to my brother. Byron hears the ball kiss the pavement and is out of his room and out the door. That won't work for me, so Daddy calls my name. Hey, CJ, how about a little hoop? You and Byron against the old man. I pretend not to hear. I let the breeze from the open window blow his words away. I crawl over to the window, raise my periscope eyes up over the windowsill. Daddy and Byron play one-on-one, passing, shooting. Daddy lets Byron steal the ball from him. Byron scores, just like old times. The only thing missing is me. Daddy calls to me again. Hey, CJ! I turn up my music. I don't want to hear Daddy calling me, his voice sounding like he never went away. I lie on my bed, close my eyes, and pray. Oh, my Lord, what shall I do? Showdown at OK Coral. When Daddy's left, our house was empty, too big for the rest of us. We couldn't fill up all the space. Now that he's back, I can't find a place to fit. There isn't enough room for me. Daddy looks the same, but something's different. He takes up too much space. He is in my space. His eyes are constantly waving the white flag of surrender. But I am like a gunfighter in the Old West. I walk around with my words drawn, ready to fire, because this house isn't big enough for the two of us. Family Tales. Every night it's always the same. 20 minutes of reading and then lights out. Zuri knows the routine. She picks a book and I read while Zuri rests her head against my arm. When I read, I am the prince with the slipper. I am the prince who slays dragons and wakens fair maidens from their 100-year-old sleep. I am the prince who climbs a trellis of hair to get to a beautiful girl trapped in a tower. Even when I am reading about a spider and a talking pig, I am a prince to Zuri. But tonight, when I go to her room, Zuri's not alone. Daddy's there. Zuri sits beside him, looking like his most loyal subject. I picked out a book, she says. I'm ready to read, I answer as I make my way to her bed. I am so focused on my goal that I almost miss her next words. That's okay, CJ. I want Daddy to read to me. My crown falls from my head, and her words cut, each one a shard of glass. Care to join us? Daddy asks as he opens the book. Can't, I say. Lots of homework. And then I am gone. I don't have time for family tales. If you can't stand the heat. I am mad. I am the worst kind of mad. I don't yell. I don't slam doors. I don't throw things. I'm a pot with the lid on. I keep all mad inside. I just let it stew. I want Byron to be mad too, but he isn't. Says he doesn't want to hold on to Mad. He takes the lid off his pot, lets Mad go. Says he wants his family back. So says his dad he's glad Daddy's home. I'm mad at Daddy, but he feels like I'm mad at Byron too. We're two different kinds of pots, Byron and me, and when it comes to Daddy, we can't cook together. 7 ways of looking at my father. Number 1. He is a shadow long and full, leaving little room for light and making it hard to see me. 2. He is a star that has burned out, lost his ability to be wished upon, but my family is light years away from knowing this. Number 3. He is a fountain of happiness that can fill a cup full of people to overflowing. Mama, Zuri, Byron, Grandmama, but not me. I am sprung a leak. 4. He is a table with a wobbly leg. It looks reliable, but I wouldn't trust it with the good china. 5. He is the clock in the kitchen that never worked. His timing is all off. His true face is covered by his hands. 6. He is a mirage in the desert, a mighty tower you run toward for safety until you get to him and you realize he is just sand. 7. He is the messenger who brings the news, but don't open the door. The news can't be good. CJ is feeling a lot of things now that his father has returned. Do you think his feelings are justified? The night watchman. It's dark, but I'm awake. I'm making the rounds, checking that everyone is safe. That was Daddy's job before he left, and even though he's back, it's mine now. My brother sleeps with one foot hanging over the side of the bed. Check. I turn off Grandmama's light and quietly close the door. Check. My sister isn't in her bed. Her covers are pulled back, but she's not there. The bathroom light is off. She's not in my room. I go to the kitchen. Nothing. And then I hear the soft sound of sleep. I follow into the living room, and there she is. She has laid herself out in front of the door, like a welcome mat. Zuri wakes as soon as I pick her up. Daddy, she cries out. Don't go. Shh, I say. It's me, CJ. Go back to sleep. Where's Daddy? Zuri asks. He's sleeping, like you should be. I want to sleep here, she cries. You go back to bed, I say. I'll stand guard. Zuri stops crying and is asleep again. Before I return her to her room, she believes me when I say I'll stand guard, and I will, because I am a man of my word, and it's what I've done. Since my father came home, I am the night watchman. Parents and teachers. Zuri's teacher is worried because she draws pictures of houses that have no doors. Her teacher sends home a note addressed only to Mama, as if Daddy's is still gone. As if he couldn't be part of the solution. The teacher wants a meeting. She says it's to offer help. She wants to deal with the problem head on. I know it's an accusation, so she can point out all the things our family's doing wrong. I show the picture to Grandmama, ask her what she thinks. Don't much matter what I think, she says. She's your sister. What do you think? I say I'm not worried there are no doors. I'll start worrying when there are no windows. So is Zuri handling her dad's return well? What do you think? Unidentified family member, UFI. My mama says she doesn't recognize me. I'm a stranger in my own house. She says it looks like me, but something's not right. My eyes are dead, my words are cold. I stare at my face in the mirror. But even I don't recognize me. My heart hurts for my mama, but what she misses, her son, her sweet baby boy, and I hurt too. Who knew man could make me disappear? The jeweler. I cannot understand how this black gem, who is my father, could just stop shining. I am the family jeweler. I can give him value, praise and appraise him, but not just yet. He must wait for me now. Sign language. Our house is silent. No one speaks in words. We hold our thoughts and feelings hostage, afraid of what they will do if we let them loose. Instead, Mama wears a painted-on smile that says everything is okay now. My sister's hands latch onto Daddy every chance they get. They don't know how to be alone. No, that's not true. They know what it's like to be alone, and they say, we never want to be alone again. Byron rocks, imagining Daddy making his arms into a boat and sailing him away to the land of dreams. Byron's words are arching. Back and forth, they say, am I safe? Will you stay? I find new ways to avoid Daddy. Can go the whole day without making eye contact. When he asks a question, my shoulders say, I don't know, beats me. And Daddy's head is always bowed like he has done something wrong, and he knows he is in trouble. Listen, can you hear us? We all talk at once, and our mothers never move. I talk on the moon. Daddy made us all sit outside with him and look up at the moon. That, he says, is a constant. It is a sure thing, and even though you don't believe it right now, I'm a sure thing too. I'm as constant as the moon. The moon don't leave, Byron says. That's right, Daddy answers. The moon doesn't leave. But you did, Byron says in a huff. Let me tell you what happened, Daddy says. I had a problem that was just a little bigger than me. It was my black cloud. It came and stood in front of me, and everything went black. Like an eclipse, I say? That's right, Daddy says. A total eclipse. Zuri asks the question that Byron and I can't voice. What's that mean, Daddy? What it means, Daddy says, as he sits Zuri on his lap, is that I was there all the time, but for a while you just couldn't see me. Mountain climbing. It takes all of Daddy's energy to move his words across the chasm that separates us. When he speaks, his words echo and have lost all meaning when they finally reach my ear. I hope one day that my snowy mountain of anger will be so weighed down with Daddy's apology, I will be overwhelmed by an avalanche of forgiveness.